maybe the best day of the NBA. Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Let's take a look at the numbers for Marcus Morris.
And he's struggling with his shot these days, and the analytics bear that out. With the true shooting percentage heading down in these past 10 games. But, guys, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a trend that he could reverse here tonight.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron James is tied for the third most MVP awards all time. And he's also tied for the most second-place finishes. Frank Vogel said it's a mistake to go season after season without voting the best player in the league as MVP. LeBron says, I should have more than 4, but I don't cry about it. I bet a lot of the greats feel the same. Kevin?
They probably do, and we certainly know how LeBron feels. David, thank you. Two very athletic teams here, Greg, a game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
And makes me think of Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. The two megastars are the big men, LeBron and Davis. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Then there's Jackson, then there's Batum, and it's Coffey in at the shooting guard. Left side Jackson, 5 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Ariza.
But Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of
Take a break.
A glue guy.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And a guy like Nick Batum, all but written off, he went through a rebirth after joining the successful Clippers.
Right, you think about Nick Batum, he had to deal with so many injuries. You forget how complete a player he is when healthy. He showed just how important he can be for an elite team.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. The Lakers with the ball. Pass to Westbrook. On the wing. Chalk up 2 there.
You love the quickness that Russell Westbrook gets into in the catch-and-shoot opportunities. Rise and fire, young sir.
To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. Here's James. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, you think about the level of contact over the course of LeBron James's career. For most guys, it could wear you out. For LeBron James, he just powers through.
Back to Jackson. Passes it to Coffey. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And that's good. Reggie Jackson for 3.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked. Confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Trevor Ariza.
For the Lakers, Carmelo Anthony.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Lets it go from 11, and Davis sends it back.
The incredible length of Davis uses it to perfection to come up with the block.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here is Ibaka, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the three. The rebound by the Lakers. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Now Westbrook after the missed three from Serge Ibaka. And Westbrook gets it to go.
I tell you, there's a tenacity to his driving ability that is almost awe-inspiring. Go ahead, Russell.
Pass to man. Kicks to Batum. From down in the low post, it goes.
Count it.
The Lakers trail. Westbrook drives in. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. Bledsoe with it. Over Westbrook. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Now, this is a powerful ball handler with exceptional quickness. Bledsoe's becoming elite at taking defenders off the dribble.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. We've heard Russell Westbrook say his job is to do everything, but he understands that it's also a team effort.
We got to do it together, and I think that's more important than scoring any points or doing anything else is leadership, and that's where I got to find my niche and try to lead the guys.
Greg, leadership, an area where Westbrook, I think, feels he's growing.
And with his motor, he's always been a culture setter. But bringing your teammates along is also about setting the tone for collaboration.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Morris at 4, with Ibaka at the 5. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys?
DA, he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. Clippers with the ball. Following the basket by Malik Monk. Kennard finds Ibaka. Ibaka sets the pick for Jackson. When you know you're on a championship contender, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Lakers also changing it up. Reza comes in for Anthony, and Bradley's subbed in for Malik Monk. Shot clock at 6. Jackson, he trains the turnaround jump shot. Jackson's got 5 now.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Here's James, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
So both teams making some changes here. .112 left in the first half of basketball. And this is year 1 of LeBron's 2-year, $85 million extension. And Greg, that will take him through age 38.
And that will amount to $435 million in career earnings, the most all time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more years left in the tank after that.
That's one of the things about Bledsoe. That lightning-quick first step makes him almost impossible to stay in front of.
It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. Driving inside. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Horton Tucker comes in for Trevor Ariza. On defense, the Lakers. 4-point game. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Howard trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his third basket of the night right there. With 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Los Angeles Clippers.
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they perform. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
All right, time to see how the Western Conference is stacking up.
Well, I think for the Clippers, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Lakers trail by 5. So for the Lakers right now, the two megastars are the big men, LeBron and Davis. Avery Bradley is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion.
5 to shoot. Lets it go. And that's good for 2.
Ooh, how about the level of focus from the big man? Marcus Morris doesn't allow the defense to alter his shot.
Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. And here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. LeBron James, second.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
You know, and even with entire defenses schemed around stopping them, their scoring output always remains high. These fellas are anchors in the post for each of their teams.
Count it. And Westbrook's high motor is why we love him. He goes out big and competes every play in every game.
No doubt, but I tell you what, he's tired of missing out on the NBA Finals. This is a guy that is hungry to get back to that stage. It'll be interesting to see if he can get it done.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
1:44 left in the third. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3 and D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy. But credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end.
All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games, playoffs too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Back to James. 50 seconds left to play here in the third.
Well, that'll give your team a jolt of energy. LeBron James, no doubt.
The pass to Coffee. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
Lakers basketball. Lakers substitution.
Lakers trail by 7. Monk, the pass to Carmelo. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Kennard. And the shot is good. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
Well, just an easy hoop, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
It's the
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The post pairing, Batum and Zubats. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Man in at the 3 spot. Now here's Batum. Zubac, a screen on Ariza. Again, the Clippers.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Back to Bledsoe. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Coffey's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Lakers also making a change. James checked in for Talen Horton-Tucker. And here are the Clippers now. Here's Jackson. Zubac, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Jackson. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Drills it from outside.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Davis with a screen on Jackson. Bounce pass from Westbrook. Lakers working the ball around now. Bradley dishes to Westbrook. Ariza outside. Launches a three. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Passes it to Jackson. To the middle. Shoots from 14. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lakers trail by 7. Davis, the pass to LeBron. That one doesn't go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Over Westbrook. Jackson missing again. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. For the three. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
You know this. You better honor Trevor Ariza if he's beyond the arc. He is more than happy to fire away.
All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Terrence Mann. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break of Hurts Ron Lewis, he talked with the team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Davis.
And like the greats before him, AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that. Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Shooting for Los Angeles, LeBron James. Shooting 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's the first. That narrows the gap to 1.
Incredible to think, in LeBron James's most historic career, he's had finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, but this deep into his career, to have led the league in assists, how cool is that?
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Westbrook against Jackson. Six on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Misses the tray. And regulation now complete. He will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Clippers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Pass to Bledsoe. And Taylor Horton Tucker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Bledsoe. There's the pass to man. Zubac, a screen on Johnson. Clock at 4. From deep. Westbrook pulls it in. Lakers shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Here's Anthony, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Johnson. The tray knocks down the 3-ball. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
All right, look who's coming on.
For the Clippers, Coffey's checked in, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. The Lakers also making some changes. Davis is checked in for LeBron. Reza comes in for Stanley Johnson, and it's Avery Bradley in for Taylor Horton Tucker. Now here's Westbrook.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. There's the 3. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
If you're Russell Westbrook, you've got to balance that ability with getting downhill, with making range shots, and he delivers there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Westbrook with the steal. Goes up.
When Russell Westbrook makes a defensive play and gets in the open floor, look out. He will finish the play.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Zubac with the screen for Jackson. It falls.
And they do have a foul to give.
Los Angeles calls foul. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for Joe. Lakers substitution. LeBron James.
Drives to the hoop.
Yes! Just textbook basketball, right? James's IQ for the game so high, his vision and court awareness so good, he can exploit that pick and roll so effectively.
Come on, get loud for Joe. Are you ready, fans?
To win the game. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. To take the lead, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Jackson against Westbrook. Jackson down low over Davis. Great D that time from Davis.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Well, I love how self-assured Avery Bradley has become. On the catch and shoot, there's no hesitation.
Jackson against Westbrook. Zubac with the screen for Jackson. For Davis, and Davis sends it back. James looking it over. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Zubac, and they're desperately trying to get this game back within reach.
And with very little time to spare.
Right block shot. It counts.
Zubac for two. Nicholas Batum dropping down.
And they go to the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Clippers, Amir Coffey.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Amir Coffey. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Boy, what a consistent stretch of basketball over a number of years for Russell Westbrook. Remember, he's got an MVP, a couple of scoring titles, and most important of all, guys, he's contributed to winning.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And Davis sends it back. And so they foul intentionally.
Marcus Morris Sr. That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Lakers, LeBron James. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
All right, look who's coming on the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers. Barry.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 7. 29 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1.
Come on, get loud for your Clippers. Barry.
Seven-second difference, shot and game clock. Coffey passes to Jackson. To the wing on the left for 3. Coffey can't get it to go. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And so the Lakers take the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. LeBron, when you know AD is behind you, how does that help you defensively?
You can stay home. You can allow him to play one-on-one versus a guard versus a big, and you can stay home and be able to box out and get rebounds because he's that good.
It's quite a 1-2 punch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.